What is up, everybody? With Black Friday coming around, we want to make sure that we have the right equipment to help us with our social media efforts. So let's get into it. The one thing that will keep you safe going into 2026, especially if you're somebody like myself that makes a lot of videos. It's not a new lens, it's not a camera, it's not some headphones, it's not a gigabit GPU no sé qué. It is literally a NAS system. So what is a NAS system? It's essentially a network attached storage. So if you could think of a cloud, kind of like a Dropbox or like an iCloud, that's essentially what that is in a physical format, right? And you have all these things where you can literally set up the box. I'll even show it to you. You can set up the box roughly, and then in this box, I have 5 discs that I'm able to put up, right? But as of right now, I only have 3 because money's tight, y'all. Can't be spending everything on just discs. So the reason why I got this and why every content creator that I know that should get one is mainly because more and more often you'll find people who make content buying one of these. Like, what is this? This is the Samsung T7 Shield. Love these guys. Love using them. Haven't failed me yet. However, they do have the option of eventually failing on me. Eventually, not necessarily now. So I'm literally switching everything over into a NAS system. Reason being is because I want redundancy up the wazoo. What is redundancy? So I want the option that if one thing fails, I still have the backups in the background. Because you never know. Like, you could be, I don't know, traveling and your SSD, not necessarily this one, but your SSD just happens to fail on you, and then all of a sudden you have so much footage that you just took, and then now it's gone forever. Wouldn't that suck? You know what I'm saying? And on top of that, sometimes you need some footage that you don't necessarily have immediate access to right now. But guess where is it? Somewhere else if you had a NAS system. So the whole point that I even got this NAS system in the first place was not only to get more storage, because literally each disk, I have 3 right now, are 8 tetrabytes. But not only to get more storage, but to have the option to get these files, essentially raw files, right, anywhere in the world, as long as I have a Wi-Fi connection. So those 2 things above anything else are absolutely amazing and more than enough of a reason in order to get a NAS system. However, I will be honest, the name brand that kept coming up every single time that I would literally be searching for a NAS system would be Synology. So I was like, all right, cool, I'll just run with Synology so I don't have to buy it one time. No problem. However, there are other bay discs, or disk bays. There are other disk bays that are available. Meaning like the box or whatever for less, because Synology, the one that I got one was DS1522 Plus, and that was roughly like $900, and plus the discs were like an additional $200 per disc. So we're talking about 268 plus almost 1,000. So that's already $1,800 in. You know what I'm saying? But I wanted to make sure that I got one that like was really good and the bays were good and then also the discs were good. So my main thing is that if you want to go the cheaper route, being buying like a U-Green or maybe like the smaller versions of the Synologies, be my guest. My main thing is that I know for a fact that I'm going to continue to make videos, which is why I asked for 5 bays and for 8 tetrabytes each per disc. So I'll never have this issue. On top of the fact, it has network connectivity, so I can literally go anywhere in the world. Doesn't matter, Rome, like I can go to Greece, I can go to Japan, doesn't matter. I'll have access to all the storage that is in here, in Miami, but I'll be in a completely different place, which I think is pretty awesome. So taking that into consideration, I know Black Friday is coming up. It's literally November. So my recommendation for all the people who are making content right now, whether you just be a content creator, simple content creator, or an agency owner that makes content for other people, I would suggest getting a Synology NAS system. And I literally just got it, so I'm basically learning how to make it work for me. But another thing, if you're going to buy a Synology NAS system or any NAS system in general where you hook up an Ethernet cable, another thing that you want to buy is a network splitter. So I don't know if that's the direct name, but it's essentially like a splitter for Ethernet cables, because I have an Ethernet cable running in my house, right? I don't know if you can see it, but it's like literally up against this wall right here. My dad and I, we put it into my studio literally when we built the studio in the first place. And this Ethernet cable runs all the way from the router, which is literally in the other room, into my Synology. Before, it was in my computer. But now I don't have access to my Ethernet cable. On my computer, at least. So what I did is that I bought this network splitter. I'm just going to call it a network splitter, but it's a different name. This network splitter, which is essentially just as it's literally called, like literally a splitter of the Ethernet connection, so that way I can hook up multiple devices to this network splitter with the one Ethernet cable coming through. So that's the only recommendation that I recommend. If you're gonna buy a NAS system, ask ChatGPT. Like don't get super convoluted with the research and whatnot. Just ask ChatGPT. Tell it what exactly it is that you need, and you'll get the exact model and the exact amount of storage that you should be getting. So, but don't forget to get the network splitter, okay? And Ethernet cables, like Ethernet to Ethernet cables, so that way you can hook it up to your computer if you have access via a USB hub, or via your desktop if it already has an Ethernet cable connection. But I digress. Those are the things that I recommend that every social media agency owner or content creator should get on Black Friday. I'm telling you now, literally with weeks ahead, so that way you have time to literally put it in your Amazon cart and have no problem. But those are the things that I recommend. Leave it in the comments as far as anything else that you feel like would also be stupid important to get on Black Friday. I am looking for deals. But otherwise, if you like the video, make sure to like and subscribe and turn your bell notifications on, because I put videos out like this every single week and you don't want to miss them. Otherwise, if you want a appointment setting system, if you're a contractor like a roofer, floorer, etc., and you want an appointment setting system on autopilot, literally one of my businesses does that. You can click the first link in the description and we can see how we can help you out. Otherwise, I hope you have a really great day, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.